All right, so welcome everyone to our body tune-up class. So this class is similar to Wednesday's class as far as mobility, flexibility. We're just going to focus a little bit more on the body, bigger joints, and then also some foam rolling. And again, this is the type of class where if you have soreness or pain anywhere, and we'd like to, spend a little bit of time trying to treat that, then just unmute yourself and let me know where that muscle group is, or you could always just put it in the chat, okay? Otherwise, we'll probably just do full body, some foam rolling, and again, maybe a little bit more on the hips today. So you guys just let me know, all right? So we'll start on the chair. Other equipment that we'll need will probably just be a yoga mat, so we can start on the floor. So, all right, we'll get started. So let's go ahead and just look left to right. Morning, Terry, Josefina.
Good morning.
Morning. Right. I was a little late here today. Just I get easily distracted with Julian, and he gets. Let's look up and down. He woke up about 5 minutes ago, and he always wakes up with this huge smile, and I just want to like play with him and lost track of time. I was like, oh, I gotta go. So can't get enough back in. Just up and down. Neck circles. We're ending week 4. Already in week 4. The 10-week summary term. Such directions. Let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. Just fix that shoulder so it doesn't shift. Bring that right hand over. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Or switch, yeah, sit on your other hand. Right hand. Again, just kind of shifting. All right, very good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and then just kind of do like a wall glide, but without the wall, we're just gonna do almost like snow angels. You could also just elongate your elbows. We're just kind of lightly stretching that upper back. Very good. Let's go ahead and bring that right arm across. Had a pretty heavy day yesterday of eating. Um, had Thai food for lunch. I had lots of it, and then my my brother-in-law um, did some Korean barbecue, and we had lots of that too. So yeah, I avoided the scale this morning. Let's just say that.
Thai food is pretty nutritious, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially like I had this papaya salad, which is really good. I didn't have it before. But yeah, it's just the sauces really that kind of, they have a lot of oil in them. And, you can imagine a tablespoon of oil has, lots of calories in there. So, um, I mean, as long as the food's like pretty good and it's one of my favorite dishes, so I don't mind too much and I don't eat it often. But yeah, I just think I had like the unhealthier dishes. And I think even like Korean barbecues like not too bad either if you make sure you get the right cuts and also the marinades aren't like too oily or have too much sugar.
Mhm.
But of course that's all the good stuff, right? So yeah, because you can get like a bunch of sides that's like pickled vegetables and rice paper or radishes and this and that and so but it's the marinade that has a lot of sugar or oil sometimes. So and we don't eat like one serving. We eat probably like enough for like 3 or 4 people each person. So very good. Let's reach up towards the ceiling. I think this afternoon we have like my aunt's doing a carne asada, so I'll go ahead. Yeah, gotta make sure I get my workout in today or go for a walk. So it's lean right. Go left. Ooh, just relax there. Just kind of resting our shoulders and our backs. Let's just do some bicep curls here. Let's rotate our hands so now our palms are facing the camera or the screen. Now let's gonna work on the triceps a little bit more. It's more of a tricep press down. Do cross curls. So again, just opposite chest. Let's go ahead and bring that elbow up. Then we're just going to do up, down. Switch sides. Let's go ahead, elbows up and just separate.
I have two puppies.
Okay. I got one behind this garage door. So, and Carmen just got a puppy too. Good. All right, let's go ahead. If you have a backrest on your chair, let's just try to hold on to it and just turn slightly.
I'm looking for a second one, looking for a beagle.
Oh wow. Okay.
Working on that.
Let's switch sides. So a beagle, Carmen, is
Yes,
that your favorite breed?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm. I am looking few, but they are going up and down in prices, and I want to see when it gets steady. And a close breeder as opposed to far away.
Got it. Right. Yeah. And, let's go ahead and do just our hands. I know some of you guys aren't on the Wednesday class, so we'll try to hit most of our joints too. So what we're doing is pretty much bringing each finger to the center of our palm. And we're doing that, we're trying to not bend at the knuckles, just keeping that finger straight. Now this was maybe 2009, 2008. I bought my little sister this very cute Cocker Spaniel. And but I remember it's we call it. All right, now we're gonna bring each finger to the center of our hand, and now we're gonna bend at each knuckle. Okay. So yeah, so I remember I came home around Thanksgiving break, and the dog at at a pet shop was going for about like $900. And I was a college student. I didn't have any money. I just knew I had some financial aid money. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that's way too much. So I came back home, I think for winter break about a month after, and the dog had been reduced from like 900 to about 350, and in like the span of 4 weeks, because he's had gotten a little bit bigger and a little older. And then I was like, still too much. So I came back like 2 weeks later, and I think he was like right over 200. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him. So I ended up getting him. And he actually just passed away in September of this last year. But yeah, but he lived a good life. Yeah, he was a very pretty dog. So let's make a fist, open, fist. Yeah, my friend's sister, she breeds, I think they're like chocolate, like something poodles, but they're like very, yeah, I mean they look like poodles, but they're brown. I think that's
Miniature poodles or?
no, they're definitely big dogs. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, she breeds them. I remember we were just chatting, we were catching up. So let's open our hands now where our fingers are separated away from each other. So we're working on those little tendons between our fingers. Just kind of web them out. And yeah, we were just kind of catching up. I'm like, oh, how you been? How's everything? And we're talking about like, if we have any doing like little side gigs here and there. And I told her how I did personal training and other stuff. Let's move on to our other hand. So each finger, let's go ahead. And she's like, I'm like, what about you? She's like, I don't know. I'm thinking about this, like breeding my dog. I just need another one, and I love dogs, and I'm kind of broke, and I'm like, okay, and maybe like 3 months later, somehow she had dogs already, like puppies. I'm like, oh man, like she jumped on that. So, but yeah,
Once you had them we have for many, many years, different dogs,
that's
and
focused.
they all passed away like within the last 1 and 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And we're left with none.
Yeah,
That means now I'm building up the
yeah.
the gang.
I know it's sad to think, how well, of course we live a lot longer, but I used to work at this lady's house when I was in college, and I remember she had these three um labs with her, and they were probably like 8 years old. And now looking back, like some of those dogs probably passed away several years ago, and I'm still thinking around like, oh, I want to go see her because her dogs. And but yeah, but that was about 13 years ago. These dogs are probably long gone. So sad to think, they bring so much joy. Let's go ahead and separate those fingers on our left hand now. That's why, like, at one point, I wanted a tortoise as a pet because those things will
Oh,
probably outlive me. Yeah, they go really old. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead and work on performance stretch. So we're just gonna go ahead, bring our ankle, right ankle to our left leg. Getting more close in here. Morning, everyone.
Yeah, so I lost my pup in January. He was just 10 years old
Oh man.
from Cushing's disease. And it was so heartbreaking because he was my boss.
Oh yeah. Everything around his schedule.
Yeah, it was like
That's
he
my
told
thing.
me what to do. But I waited for 9 months and everybody was telling me, oh, get a rescue, And I was just like, they have problems too, It's
Yeah,
not like they don't.
right.
And I really wanted a puppy. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I wanted a puppy. And so I decided to get a 2.5-year-old, and she was a rescue from a breeder who didn't want her anymore. And she had a lot of problems psychologically. She was just very antsy and
Oh,
full of anxiety. And then I got her niece, which was a puppy. And
okay.
I thought, perfect. She needs her, and the other one needs her. They need each other.
Yeah,
But oh my God, it's just been crazy with the puppy.
yeah,
You're lucky to wait, that length of time because
yeah, yeah. I mean, not gonna lie, the dog, I was just like when he was like really young, he looked like gorgeous, had like brighter colors, and just his size. I mean, he just finally looked like a little teddy bear. But and then as he aged, he wasn't looking as, I guess, as attractive as like a newer puppy. So that's why I guess they're just trying to like move him because he was just gonna start gaining like the fluffier ears, and his ears or I guess his head was growing into his ears because as a puppy, those Cocker Spaniels, those ears just kind of hang like so much more than their head. So they look adorable then. But yeah, I mean, I guess we did miss that some of those stages, and but yeah, it's and the dog turned out to be pretty passive. Let's push down. So yeah, so he was a pretty chill dog, and yeah, you would call him up and be like, Chico, come here, and he just like lay next to you and they don't want to run around or anything. It's just kind of mellow. I'm like, all right, this dog's gonna work. So yeah, my little sister had like a this little teacup something. And yeah, that dog also very adorable, maybe a little bit bigger than a guinea pig or just the size of the guinea pig. And then yeah, but you know, some of those smaller dogs too have their own complications as well. I think yeah, that dog didn't last more than like 2 years.
Mm.
All right, we're gonna before we continue working our way down, gonna go with our back. So again, we're just gonna spring up and then just kind of lean forward. Okay. And then the next one we're gonna do is kind of clench our hands together, look down, punch forward, down, forward. Alrighty. Good. Lying back, and then just lift that leg, make the leg extension. Here. Okay. Go ahead and do a hip opener. Come close, and let it out. And then just kind of with your hand, just add a little bit of push off to the side. Switch. Little quick water break. Little break right now, little 1-2 minute break. Gonna get my foam roller at the same time. Oh, that's right here. You have to go very far. Okay, we're gonna do just a few more things on the chair and then and then foam roller. Last thing we're gonna do on the chair is just our ankle, our ABCs. Right here. Go a little lower. Don't mind my Christmas socks. Okay, so we're just into our ABCs. Switch once you're done. And that popping sound. All right, awesome. You guys have your golf ball or lacrosse ball nearby? That'd be awesome. And this is just for our arches. All right, another piece of equipment I forgot to mention. And we're just gonna roll back and forth. Just gonna just massage that out. Okay, let's find a spot that's a little tender and let's push down on that spot. Switch. Find the tender spot, the spot that doesn't feel too great, and we just want to add a little bit pressure to that area. Hopefully release some tension. Just relax. All right, very good. All right, we can make our way down to the yoga mat. One second. Like some white residue on that. Right, so we're gonna be on our yoga mat, and to start off, we'll go ahead and just lay on our side. So just lay here. What I want you to do is bring that top leg as far back as you can, and then just drop your heel. Then we're just gonna hold it there. Okay, you should feel stretch running down your thigh. So again, if you missed it, we're here. We're just gonna go as far back and then drop your heel. Now you're gonna feel that running up through your side. All right, let's go ahead and now we're gonna do it forward. So bringing it forward and drop that heel. Now you should feel it on your hamstring. Right, right. Good, we're gonna switch sides. Right, stretch. Now you go forward. Get that running down your hamstring. Relax. All right, so next what we're gonna do is just gonna be a knee drop. So getting the sit-up position, and we're just gonna drop. Grab your hands up to the side, just so your back doesn't shift. Drop your knees off to the side. We'll do about 10 on each, 10 drops on each side, out of 20 drops. slow movement, but good for your lower back and hip. Very good. Once you're there, go ahead and bring your right knee, kind of pull on your right knee. Now let's do almost like a hip opener. So grab the inside of the leg and drop it off to the side. Back and lengthen it. Into the other leg. Bring that knee up. Bring that out. That out. Okay. Gonna go ahead and do our book openers here. So again, our feet are kind of stacked together. Kind of bring your knees up. Hands are stacked. We're just gonna follow our hand back. Make sure your legs don't move. Bring it back. A couple more and we'll switch sides. Switch sides. Couple more. So now I want you to put your toe kind of push in front of you. And if your hands reach behind you, kind of pull, separate our hands from our feet as far as we can from each other. There. Feel the stretch running throughout your body. We'll do a couple more stretches here. And we're gonna go ahead and start with the foam rolling. Next one, we're gonna get on this lunge position. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, can't see my body here. Back it up. So pretty much, we're gonna get this lunge. I'm gonna put my right, so this is my right knee. I'm gonna put my right hand behind it. Left hand is up. I'm gonna follow my hand down, follow my hand with my eyes, and then once I'm down here, I'm gonna switch hands and then transition up with the other hand. Okay, that makes sense. So pretty much, I'm gonna be doing here. I'm looking at it, looking, then switching hands. Okay, that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's do about 5 of those on each side. And take your time here. Looking, following with your head. And we're just switching back. So we'll do 5 of these on each side. Or on each leg, I mean. And if you notice, probably balance is a factor here too. Balance is a big factor here. Last one. I like your shorts, Carmen. Got Michael Jordan shorts. There you go. I'm gonna switch. Forward. Whew. Righty. Good stuff. All right, folks. So if you have your foam roller, bring it out. If you don't, you're free to watch. I do encourage you to get one of these. These are about $20 on Amazon. So yeah, I mean, it's handy. We'll be using that for the next 10 minutes or so right now. So yeah, otherwise you're free to go if you don't have the foam roller, but like I said, just stick around for this. So and you guys know the first one we're gonna be doing is not much action going on. We're just gonna sit here at the front of it. Okay. If anyone's over 6 feet tall, you might struggle with this one. So I'm gonna sit near the front, gonna relax, make sure that your spine is resting on it. If you have a shorter one right now, you could just kind of sit tight, or you could do book openers with those. Then if you're here, palms are up. We're just gonna stay here for about 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so the shorter foam rollers, unfortunately, it's too short to do this one. So you could just start rolling off your calves if you like. Here for about 2 minutes. That is great normally. Deep breaths. If you're looking for this on Amazon, I believe it's a 36-inch foam roller. Okay, we're gonna roll off to the side. Yes, we'll spend the next 8 minutes or so just kind of rolling. So remember, you could just apply more pressure if you elevate your hips off the ground. Pretty sensitive to the touch, so I don't like too much pressure. And I've always had pretty tight calves growing up, or just in general. So I'm just gonna rest my hips here. But again, if you need more pressure, you can elevate your hips or even stack your legs, and that's gonna apply more pressure too. So when I do my calves, I like to kind of turn my toes in and out. So that's gonna get all areas of the lower leg. Rolls, my toes pointing out away from each other, and pointing in. That's getting the inside part of my calves a little bit more. Once you spend about maybe 30 to 40 seconds on that muscle group, I like to move up or shift the foam roller a little bit more so it gets the head of the muscle a little bit higher. Going back and forth. You'll notice some areas a little bit more sensitive than others. A little bit higher to my hamstrings now. More motion here. Again, just rotate your toes in and out, left to right. A little bit higher now in that hamstring. Almost just close to sitting on it. And again, if that pressure doesn't seem strong enough, then you can stack your legs on top of that and lift your hips off the ground. But again, you don't also want to bruise yourself, so you shouldn't feel, the goal is not to look for a lot of pain. There you could go. For the glute, I've noticed I have to be a little bit more on my side. I'm sitting directly on it. It's really not gonna hit kind of like your tailbone. So I'm almost on my side here. On that left glute right now. Work on my right glute. And for 5 seconds. Karina, remember, these types of foam rollers, they're probably mainly essential for your legs. It's really tough to, I mean, besides the back one we did, it's really tough to roll out any other muscle groups just because the muscles are so much smaller. So you're probably gonna have better luck, you know, if like your arm hurts, you might have better luck just almost like palpating your arm on your own. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. So you see, if you're wondering why we're only beating our legs. Okay. So this next one would be for like the inside of your thigh. You almost have to be facing down, almost out here, and then just positioning yourself for that foam roller, just working on gliding your quad or your hip flexors. So there's a bunch of like rolling back and forth, but then also just like very gently turning your body as well. Right. All right, folks. That does it for today. How are you guys feeling? Good. We got some little kinks out that you might feel early in the morning. But like I said, that one you could find on Amazon, $18 plus tax. And yeah, so thank you for those of you guys that showed up today. I appreciate you. If you're watching this recording later, thanks for also completing it. Like I said, week 4 is done. So next week we start week 5 out of 10 weeks. Thanks, Maureen. If you are on my Tuesday class next week for Tuesday, I have a time conflict. So Tuesday will be at 8 o'clock next week. And I'll send reminders. But other than that, really appreciate you folks spending your Saturday morning with me. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ooh. So any questions?
When are we planning to have the outing on a Saturday to have the class or whatever to walk?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it. I mean, so yeah, so this is a
Toward the
Saturday
end.
class. I'm sorry?
Toward the end of the classes, you know, the
Yeah,
session.
maybe, yeah, because I would say maybe like it'd have to be around this time in the morning as well. And yeah, we could plan something. I would say maybe something in mid-July. Sounds reasonable. Or maybe the last Saturday of July. I might be in my wife has the San Francisco half marathon later in July, and then I'll be camping the last Saturday of July. So the last Saturday, I mean the last class that we have for this. So yeah, we'll figure it out. So yeah, maybe next week when we meet up, that could be the first thing we try to coordinate with everyone. And the plan is, yeah, maybe we could meet at like a centralized location, maybe by like Mile Square Park or do something in that area. And yeah, or Centennial Park, which is kind of like the home base of this class. But yeah, we could figure it out and chat about it next week. So remind me, Carmen, in case we kind of get ahead of ourselves. So, all right, folks.
Well, have a nice weekend.
Likewise, you guys have a good weekend. Stay
Monday
hi
at
to-
9, Julio.
What's that, Josefina?
Monday at 9.
Monday at 9, yeah. Monday,
Tuesday.
yeah. Tuesdays at 8, yeah. Tuesday I just have a time conflict, but yeah, Monday at 9.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
folks.
you. Have a nice
bye-bye.
weekend, everybody.
Likewise. Bye, guys.